Welcome to Deep Thought, the power of concentration. Power of concentration. I'm gonna tell you what. Let's get into the powers of the mind. And one of the powers of the mind is being able to concentrate, to be able to focus on something. That's the best way, just in life, to get things done. If you're working on a project, if you can concentrate on it, or a problem, you can concentrate on it. Because let's be real, as we go through life, we get 1,000 thoughts. We get 1,000 thoughts, 1,000 things go through our head. You know, we're driving and, we might see somebody on the side of the road looking good to us, or we see a restaurant or something. We're thinking about some transgression that might have happened to us in a public place like 2 months ago. We're thinking about, thoughts cross our mind about something terrible that happened when you were young, or even something good. It's not always bad. Something good that happened, 1,000 things. So it's hard to focus. In fact, I've seen that with many people who have a lot of talent. They're scatterbrained. Seriously, that's a sad thing. People with talent, they just can't stay focused on something long enough to actually do it. They're all over the place. Their mind is like here, 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 here. But when you have the power to concentrate maybe on one thing and exclude other things, that's powerful. Let me use what's called now a disorder or a problem. And those are people on the autism spectrum. But I would say they just have a different way of thinking. Seriously. And one of the things I found, and I do a lot of stuff I don't always talk about on here, but I found with some young people on the spectrum, they can stay concentrated on a particular subject. They can just say boom, boom. Like my sister, I mentioned her before. Growing up, she was born in the late 50s, so she was always labeled mentally retarded. But with more technology, with more knowledge, now she would be rated just on the autism spectrum. And indeed had an IQ tested, and on some test, the psychologist who tested said her IQ was higher than his. But one of the things I remembered about her was she could stay focused on one thing. In fact, that was part of the reason I was end up taking her to get it tested, because she could actually take just some regular paper, printed paper or whatever, some scissors and some tape, and she actually created a 3-dimensional home. And I was just like, we got to get her in a program. And I was able to get her into a certain program that was very helpful for her. But that was the thing, she could concentrate. And then even whether you're on the spectrum or not, being able to concentrate on something. Now, people know my main thing is writing. Being able to concentrate on that book is important. Being able to concentrate, or whatever endeavor you're on. If you're on a job and you can concentrate on what you need to do to complete that job, that's very powerful, whatever it is. But it's so easy to get distracted in this society, especially in the age of social media. And ironically, it's not ubiquitous that everyone has a smartphone, but we sure as heck are getting there. But it's hard. You got your phone next to your bed. People are sleeping with the phone on. You constantly get notifications, and that's not even getting on TV, watching what's on TV, television, where they have constant ads coming at you. Shoot, in fact, it could affect your concentration if you want just a regular laptop surfing for some things, and you get all these ads, all these distractions. And that's just with technology now. It's hard for people to stay focused. Indeed, you have certain forces out there, they bank on that. They bank on you not being able to concentrate, to stay focused. In fact, that's become a cottage industry in a way. You have coaches who could say, hey, let's stay focused and everything. And I believe I saw something about that. If it doesn't exist, it probably will now. But that is something to be able to focus on everything, to push everything out. Now, how would you do that? I would say this. One, learn to quiet your mind. Get in the practice of meditating. And it doesn't, and that's regardless of whatever your spiritual path is. Every spirit, you could still just sit still and just be quiet. Maybe just sit still, maybe focus on an object, have some music on in the background, whatever. Quiet your mind, practice it. Practice staying in the moment. Practice is hard because I've spoken on that before. Most people, they're either thinking about something that happened in the past or something that could happen in the future. It's hard to stay focused on the moment, like on a consistent basis. I'm sure there's some spiritual masters who can. And I'll just say I can stay focused on the moment for a few minutes at best. And that was from years of practice. But it's tough. But still work on it anyway. Stay focused. Try to stay focused on a project. Meditate so you can keep your mind quiet, but also something else you can do. Think about like a project. Maybe you say, you know what, I'm going to read this chapter in a book. I'm going to ignore everything else. I'm going to turn off the phone, turn off all devices. I'm going to focus. Turn off the phone even. Shoot. I actually got a landline as part of my cable program. So I unplugged that. But you just stay focused. Just practice it. Practice concentrating on something. Or even what I said about the meditation, maybe focus, concentrating on an object. But it's a powerful thing because then your mind becomes strong and becomes fortified against any distractions. Because it doesn't take much to distract people. In fact, if you look at social media, because I was peeping that, I might be scrolling on YouTube or on IG. Haven't started messing with TikTok yet for the reason I don't want to get distracted too much. And you ever just scrolling and all of a sudden you get that one reel or post or something that is upsetting for one reason or the other. And then you halfway thinking about that and you're just like, oh, wait a minute. You got to think, what is that doing? Especially when you have AI now, like controlling the algorithm. You got to think about that, because you have many forces. They just want you like concentrating on their stuff. They want you to buy. They want to be able to program you. But if you can concentrate, not only can you accomplish different tasks, but you can also defend your mind against outside intrusions. And it's tough. It's tough. And I'll probably be doing some more videos on this, which you can do. But for the time being, either start meditating, just get someplace and quiet your mind, even if it's for a few minutes. Also, doing projects or working on small projects where you have to focus your attention. Just start practicing. It could be just something for 5 minutes. Just say, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to focus on this right here. I'm going to concentrate. Practice. Not only gives you a great power, but a great defense against things that would distract you. So I want y'all to really think on that one, okay? And I'll get back with y'all later. Keep rising. Peace and blessings.